everybody. It's Anime Reflux. This is the show we haven't done, I don't think. Yeah. So, hi.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't remember the name of the show, nor do I remember very
Comet
much about the
Lucifer.
actual show. So, yeah. Okay.
It Comet Lucifer.
Okay. Oh, hot on the mic.
Um, which features our main character Sogo, who is mining for crystals called Giftium.
Cool.
And
You're really on the mic, like
oh,
breaking levels on the mic kind of thing.
okay,
Just
I'll
back
back
a
up
little.
a bit.
There we go. That's better.
I didn't know my gain was up that high.
Yeah. It's fine.
Anyway, Sogo, our main character, is mining for crystals, and something falls from the sky and knocks him down into the abyss pit trench thing he's been digging in, and he finds a red crystal. But there's like a flash of a girl as it just dives into him. He's like,
Yeah.
that's weird. But cool crystal. Awesome. I'm going to go home and examine this.
Yeah, he says something like, this proves something. I forget what it was. Like, it wasn't just, hey, this is a cool crystal. It was something significant to him, and I forget what it was. I don't think it really elaborates that much in this episode.
Meanwhile, the military is analyzing this situation. This fantasy military is like, oh, we detected an abnormality over there, and they begin to dispatch people to go over and investigate. Sogo rushes home, starts to analyze his crystal. It's like, man, that was weird. What was that flash and that girl? I don't really understand. And then he has to go out shopping for his parents on his hover bike thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I like that thing.
And a girl runs out in the street, and he just does a cool like flip sort of thing to get over her. And she's like, sorry, but also kind of like, oh, that's cool. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta go. And while he's riding, the crystal just decides now's a good time to explode, and it sends him flying up high into the sky, up to another level of the city, where he runs into his friend who is currently on the run, and by runs into, I mean literally lands on her. And she's like, oh, Sogo, what are you doing? Watch where you're going. And he's like, oh, sorry. She's like, wait, good timing. And she jumps on his bike. Come on, let's go. And they proceed to race away from apparently her new fiance, because their parents decided to arrange a marriage, who's riding in a super fancy car with his co-pilot. And they all know Sogo.
Yeah, everyone seems to know each other, which is, this is a fun little sequence. I'm not gonna lie. This, like,
Yeah.
we see this kind of thing a lot, like a lot, a depressing amount of a lot, but this one is. I'd probably call this episode an example of something we've seen 1,000 times and is thus boring, but it's done well enough that it doesn't matter how many times we've seen it because they make it engaging.
The animation is really just nice overall on this show. It's a very pretty show. And the co-pilot is like, Sogo, did you put her up to this? And he's like, no, I am caught in the middle of this. And then she grabs onto Sogo's like steering bars. It's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And he's very clearly like, okay. And they proceed to race. And then there's like a maintenance thing happening, and fog goes out of the way while the big car is trying to rough him up a little bit and crash into the much smaller hover scooter rather, and they lose track of each other in the smoke, and then suddenly they get sent flying off, careening down a side pipe off this highway down to the center of the city, which is a gigantic pit.
Yeah, the topography of this place is a little confusing, but yeah.
Meanwhile, the fiance's like, "Oh no, what did I just do? What did you do?" Okay, we gotta go get after them. And meanwhile, the military is sending mechs to go and investigate this abyss.
Yeah, not because of the kids, just because they're investigating the weird shit that's going on and looking for something.
So they crash down there, and we get to learn that Sogo and his friend they seem to have some feelings for each other.
Also, they're perfectly fine despite falling like 200 feet. And we see there is a body of water nearby. They didn't land in it, though. They just... that was a little weird.
I'm going to guess that the hover bike, which can hover, broke their fall. And then broke.
Maybe. I don't think that's how that works, because the force would still transfer, but sure, let's go with that.
We're talking about We're talking about animators, not physicists. So, they're there right as the military is doing this operation to drain this pool of water that's before them, and it reveals a gigantic crystal. Very beautiful, gigantic crystal. Tower thing with a red crystal inside of it, and his small red crystal sort of yeets itself towards the big crystal, and a girl is released and lands in his arms. We learned that the military has an interest in this girl as one of their robots arrives, and he's like, "Wait, there's kids here," and then the pilot's commander is like, "Do you see the object?" He's like, "Yeah, go retrieve it." And he's like, "Okay." He doesn't really relay that there are, civilians there, but he just goes on. And is like, "Well, I guess I'll just go do this." And then the girl glows with a flash of light, and a mech appears. A really cool looking freaking wide mech that just beats the crap out of the other mech.
Yeah, I'm reminded of that other show that we did. That was something about like there were mechs and there was a girl or something that let them pilot the special mech or something, and it was really boring and uninteresting. This is not that, surprisingly. Like, it's a very similar concept, and yet I'm kind of down.
In a way, a lot of the way a lot of the designs for things look, I'm actually reminded a lot of Code Geass.
I would have to look at it again to remember. There's a
limit. When the commander's in that command room, it looks exactly like something straight out of Code Geass. And you have the mysterious girl who shows up, and the robots, and some slight Code Geass vibes, but like it still has very much its own identity. And what I thought were like goggles, it's more like the Sogo's thing on his head that he pulls down is more like a monocle to examine like gemstones. Sort of like able to enhance and study it, and I'm like, that's a cool touch. I actually like that. It's practical. So, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Just overall, just very well executed, like I said. Despite being pretty standard.
Yeah. Pretty standard, but I did like the characters. I did like the animation, the execution, all that was pretty good, enough to convince me that I should totally watch more of it.
I liked the whole chase scene with the bike and everything,
Mm-hmm.
specifically because of the relationship dynamics. Like, you so often see, like, hey, protagonist and female lead, even though she's probably not going to be the female lead because they always have the mysterious woman thing, but, like, you have those two, and then you have the other guy that's kind of hopping in, except they all know each other and are sort of friends, which puts a different spin on it. Like, the protagonist doesn't seem especially perturbed about the whole arranged marriage thing. You know, he's just kind of okay, that's fine, I suppose. I don't know why are you on my bike and why are we running, kind of thing.
It's not really my business, but sure, okay, I guess we're going.
Yeah, I like that dynamic. It's yeah. Usually it's really fucking cardboard cutout for the, you know, intruding fiance kind of thing. So.
Mm-hmm. Because normally it's just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like save my friend who's, you know, being pursued by this guy. In this case, it's like, I'm using you to get out of here, so let's go. You are saving me now. It's like, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
not like he's saving her. It's more like she's using him to save herself. Like, he's just
Yes,
kind of a tool in
exactly.
the situation.
I got this cool gem, and I was running groceries, and I had to drop my groceries. So, great day.
Busy day. So yeah, it's I don't know. I'll give it a tentative thumbs up on this one. It's well done.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak to how it gets further on in the show, but for the moment, it is well done.
Let me double check something. I think this might be anime original. Yeah, it is anime original. There's no manga or anything, and 12 episodes complete.
Yeah. Also, if memory serves, there was something about this having a sad ending, but I don't remember. I think that was in the comments. Who knows? Alright. Rolling?
Rolling. Unless, Patient, do you have anything you want to add?
Nothing that hasn't been said already. I basically agree with what you said. Pretty standard, but there's enough charm to it that it makes you want to see more of it. I do hope that it's not an unhappy ending, though. That would be a waste. Okay, no, not a waste. That's just my perspective.
So, 0.
21.
21? I think that's T. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. V. No? W.
W.
No. I've confused myself. Fuck. It's because the columns are listed by letter, but they're also fucking off by one because of Q. Hang on.
It's
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's V. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 15 selected, so that leaves us with 9.
9. And we have lucky number 2.
Vampire Holmes. Is that referring to Sherlock?
Oh boy.
Oh, do we have a winner? Is this a winner?
It's a fucking smartphone game.
Oh, this sounds like a winner.
Oh, an anime adaptation of the smartphone game that features a character named Holmes in London, but Against his name, he is a private detective who does not reason or even explain mysteries. However, he always solves the cases requested, without explaining them, or giving evidence, apparently. He secretly undertakes a mission from the Metropolitan Police of London to search vampires?
Search for vampires, probably.
Or he does stop and search on vampires, like they're just citizens, but it's like a kind of racist, profiling thing that they do now. It's an unpopular policy, but,
Show me your fangs.
Yeah.
Show me your fangs.
It's a joke I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna make that joke. That's a terrible joke in terrible taste, so I'm gonna skip it. Yeah. So, do we have any vetoes? I forget.
I have one, but I'm saving it, of course, for a more distasteful anime.
Vampire homes in the 22nd century.
I only remember the theme song for that show. How good was it?
I remember that, there was a robot, and he perfectly recorded and, was able to pull all the data on Watson to replicate Watson's exact personality and mannerisms. Good times.
First, we should probably check whether this is a full length, because we forget to do that sometimes. But also the comments. Oh boy, the comments. Pure crap forged in deeps of crapland. Also, it doesn't have subtitles from episode 4 onwards, apparently.
This person is the culprit. Can you explain it? No. Walks away.
3 minutes of
Solve
episode.
the case. Oh, really?
According to the comments, I can't check because it would mean putting the sound over the speakers.
I will double check just for you, my friend. Yep, 3 minutes.
Okay.
All right, mixing that. So do we start with V again?
We start with V again.
All right, H then.
We are
Also,
vegans.
some bad CG for this. All right, 4.
1, 2, 3. Venus Project Climax.
Oh boy, that's not a good
Oh
name.
no, that's not a good name. I feel like there's every single word of that is
It
wrong.
looks less bad than I thought it would, but that's just based on the image, so bear with me. In the near future, Japan has developed sophisticated digital and image technology. People are enthusiastic for a new type of entertainment called Formula Venus, abbreviated as FV. It is a sorted live battle of the top idol performances based on the idols' power, techniques, and developed experience. The story is about the drama that happens among the girls in Venus Project as they aim for the top by concentrating on difficult battles, passion, and friendship. So it sounds like just VTubers. Battle Royale.
I knew this was going to be an idol show. I knew it. But also just the words are funny.
Well, it's not something that I'm going to do right away. I thought that it might be based on the name, but now I'm kind of interested in seeing a music battle show.
Yeah, no interesting comments on it. Can we get a time check?
Yeah, 6 episodes, and I will double check the length of this. 23 minutes and 46 seconds, so we're good.
Cool.
Only 5 minutes. We go then.
Oh, okay. So I looked at the image again, and the girl at the front looks ordinary, pretty normal, pretty standard for idolwear. And then I looked to the top left, and that's a booty hanging out right there. That's That's like half a crack just hanging out.
Her mother would be so proud.
Oh, you know how this goes. The mums are in the audience.
It's just Dance Moms, the anime.
Alright, if no one's vetoing, we're gonna do. See how this goes. Idols. Beauty pageants. Basically. Okay. Bye, everybody.
See ya.